to the next dimension.
Hey guys, undercoverdudes all the way from down under, and today I'm going to be talking about Counter-Strike Global Offensive and how it's been codified to suit the console market. Now, what I'm going to be saying today, my opinion, is from literally 6 to 7 years of Counter-Strike experience. I've been playing Counter-Strike CSS since I was like literally 9 years old is when I first bought it, and I just kept playing it on and off. I didn't rack up too many hours, I didn't rack up addiction hours, but I racked up enough hours to know what I was doing. I played a bit of 1.6 as well, and now I've moved on to Global Offensive. Well, not moved on, but I'm started playing Global Offensive. I still play CSS very consistently just because I think it's a fantastic game. So I have a lot of experience under my belt with this game. Pretty much today I'm going to be talking about how it's been codified. Global Offensive has been codified in order to suit the console market. Now, codified, just to clear things up, is a term that I coined that pretty much mean a game, a series that it was originally based on skill. You had to be good to be good. That is more or less being that if you're a bad player, you can be average. If you're an average player, you could be good. And if you're a good player, you could be very good. Everyone just shifts up a position. So nobody is super bad kind of thing, and that's what happened in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Everybody knows it. There isn't any super bad people. There's just average people that pull out maybe negative KDs, but they're not negative too much. No one goes 1 in 30 in Modern Warfare 3 anymore because of death streaks, because of kill streaks and stuff like that. Pretty much, this has happened the Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but not so drastically. There is some, it's still a great game in my opinion. I absolutely love the game, but it has been codified, made for the console market. Pretty much, when Valve released, when Valve said they're going to be making it for the console community, they could not just do a CSS poor. It was impossible. It would be impossible. Nobody would play it because it's a game of great skill. You can't be bad in that game. It'll be just so annoying for older people on the console, because console to me is an inferior system in my opinion. I am a massive PC nerd, and pretty much I believe PC is the way to go when you play Counter-Strike. So when you move at the console, that's like breaking a sacred rule, and in order for it to kind of be a good game, they had to change some stuff. When you go on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, it is much better for console play. It is made, you can see it, the recoil has been reduced. It's just been made so much better for these console players, and the thing is that I believe this is a good thing for Valve and their profits and getting all the money, but for the series, it's bad. It's making players that originally wouldn't have played the game, play the game and just be bad. It isn't like Call of Duty. That's what a lot of people gotta realize. It isn't Call of Duty. You can't camp in this game. Camping is not good. It will not help the team. There's objectives, and if you camp, you might get one person, but you've got to actively go and try to plant that bomb, or you got to try and kill those enemies. One example, Wings of Redemption. I watched one of his videos, and pretty much he was showing tactics and stuff like that. And pretty much he was camping, and he got a 1v5 clutch. But that's not how you play Counter-Strike. He played it like a Call of Duty player, and that's what I fear it's going to be brought into this game. This Call of Duty scent is going to be brought into Counter-Strike Go, and it's going to make it a much worse game. Not so much the game is bad, but the community is bad. I don't want to see kids doing 360 quick scopes, YY ladder stall, whatever they do in Global Offensive, of dust throughout the long and double doors. I don't want people doing that, because it's just going to be absolutely horrible. And I've seen people doing it already on YouTube, and it's severely depressing for me to see it, because being a Counter-Strike player, and the difference between CSS and CSGO, it's absolutely massive, and it's all because of the community. It has been codified. It has been made for bad players to play, and the fact is that Valve is doing this just because they want more people to play, which is a good thing in theory, but when you do it to Counter-Strike, it is a really, really, really bad thing. And I have to say, for the community, don't play on those quick, the quick matches, whatever. Go into the actual community servers and play with people who care, because the majority of people are just going to go that quick match, and they're just going to, get teamed up with noobs or whatever who don't even know how to play the game. Play the community, play with people that actually know, and you'll be really good. Counter-Strike is not a game that you learn in a day. It's not Call of Duty. You don't know the guns to use in a day. You don't know the tactics to use in a day. You have to spend years, depending on how much you want to master the game, months upon years, you have to master this game. And the fact is, people just going to go in and assume they're automatically going to be good because of Call of Duty. It's depressing in a way. Now, a lot of people say I'm dramatizing this, but I love series like this. Counter-Strike is one of my most loved series I've ever played, besides from Ratchet & Clank and other games, but they're from different genres. So when you go and change it like this, it's just, why did they do this? Still a good game, Global Offensive, but the community, it isn't going to be as good as before. Still a fun game. I'm still going to put gameplays up of it, but this is just my opinion on what has happened, the Global Offensive, and what's going to happen as the game progresses on. It may not be as initial right now, but you can see it on YouTube. All the commentators are doing Call of Duty are moving on to here, and they're just putting their Call of Duty playstyle into Counter-Strike, and it isn't working. And it's making the game very different to what Valve expected it to be. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all the way from Down Under.